It starts?
Yeah.
All right, what's up everyone? In today's video, I will be walking you guys through the triathlon I did this morning. This is a Meech Lake Triathlon 2026 recap. But first, since this is my first ever YouTube video, I want to do a little introduction of myself. My name is Simon Roy. I'm a 17-year-old triathlete, and I'll just walk you guys through my triathlon journey. So I started when I was around 13 years old, so it's been 4 years. But the past couple years, when I was 15 and 16, I've been dealing with bad knee pain because I grew from 5'7" to 6'3" in 2 years, and so it caused bad knee pain. It's called Osgood-Schlatter disease, so it made me unable to run. But I've finally been able to run this year. I'm slowly building back. So yeah, that's kind of a little recap of my triathlon journey. This year I'll be focusing mostly on sprint triathlons, especially to build back my run. And for my long-term goals, I would love to do Ironman one day and hopefully become professional. But I want to have a slow, gradual build-up instead of rushing into it. Yeah, that's basically what's going to be the future for me, and doing mostly sprints for now and short distance and try and get fast. Now to the race recap. I got out of bed by 5:20 and I had a little quick shower, 5-minute shower. And then I went downstairs around 5:30 and I had my breakfast, which is super simple. It was just a cup of coffee with 2 rice cakes with peanut butter and jam. So super, super simple. Quick carbs, caffeine. Got there around 6:20 at the race site at Meech Lake. So the race start was at 8 a.m. So like I said earlier, I got there around 6:20 a.m. At that time, I went to go set up all my stuff. There was actually 2 transitions because the water's a long way from the road. So there was one transition and then the second one was a bit further. So I had to go set up all my stuff, go to the bathroom. That took a good hour to do everything. And then around 7:20, I finished gathering up all my stuff and then headed down to the water, which was around a 8 to 9 minute walk from the first transition. And then got down to the water around 7:30. And then I did my usual warm-up routine, massaged my shoulders, did arm swings, and I also used the stretch cord to do some pre-race activation, which always really helps warming up and stuff. And so yeah, I did that from 7:35 to 7:40-ish, and then got in the water for my warm-up. I did around a 10-minute warm-up with some pickups in the water. And then at 7:55, I got out and lined up for the start at 8 a.m.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
The swim start was great. I took it out like usual, hard pace, focused on my own pace. But yeah, there was a really strong guy today in the water. He was he put up a strong pace. Like he was we started the swim together, and I actually, after a couple hundred meters, we were side by side, but then I hopped on his feet because he was going a really good pace. And then yeah, I stuck on his feet for most of the way until a couple hundred meters to go. He pulled away, but I just decided to relax and keep my momentum, like keep my steady pace. And I think he gained about 15 to 20 seconds on me coming out of the water. But our swim time was really fast. Like we were, I think, 13:50 for 1,200 meters. So I haven't calculated yet, but I think that's around 110 per 100. So it was a really, really strong swim. And then, so yeah, swim went great, felt strong, was pretty hard, but controlled. The first transition was a pretty tough transition. It was around a 400 to 500 meter run from the beach to the first transition. And it was mostly uphill, so it was super tough. Coming out of the water, heart rate super high, and then having to run uphill for 500 meters, that was super tough. But yeah, first transition was good. I think it was around 3 minutes, and then hopped on the bike, felt strong, under control, so that was good. But the start of the bike, the guy in front of me had around, by the way, I was in second at this point. He had about 20 seconds on me, or 30 seconds, and I started the bike and slowly started catching him, and I caught him at about 3 or 4K on the bike, like 5 minutes in, which is good. And then from there, I just stuck to my own pace. The start of the bike was a big climb. It was around 2K or 2 to 3K at to 8%. So it was a tough climb. And so my goal was to really try and push that climb. So I wanted to average around 350 to 360 watts on that climb. So that's what I did. And I took the lead and built a pretty good gap, and then continued to ride around 300 watts for the rest of the way, just keeping a steady lead. And by the end of the bike, I grew my lead to about 3 minutes, I think 3 or 4 minutes. My normalized power was 310, around 310 watts. And so the bike was 22K, and I did it in 34:30. So around 30, just over 38K an hour. Yeah, so the bike course at Meech Lake was super tough. It had around 400 meters of elevation and only 22K. So very, very hilly. But that's the type of course I like, because yeah, I just love the hills. I feel like I'm strong in the hills, I'm light. And so it was a course that really suited me, but obviously super tough. The downhills were so fun. I think one of them I hit almost 80K an hour. So I was, it was pretty fun and speedy. So yeah, it was fun. Transition, I felt very relaxed. I took the last couple K a bit easier just to bring my heart rate down, and I felt legs felt great, super relaxed, super calm coming into T2. So yeah, I felt really good coming into T2. It was a quick transition. I think it was 30 seconds. It was barely any running. So yeah, that was a great transition. And yeah, I was just ready to put down a good run. Yeah, the run course was pretty tough actually. It's like the bike, you're always going up or down. So it was a super fun course, but it was also hard. Like the uphills were really challenging, and the first K of the run is all uphill. So it's pretty hard, but it's fun. The run went great. It was 6.4K, and I did it in 24:30, I think. So around 3:45 per K, which was pretty decent. Not as fast as I wanted. I was hoping more around 3:30 per K, but I honestly can't be too disappointed because of my building back from my knees and everything. Yeah, at the turnaround of the run, 3.2K, I was able to see how far he was, and I think he was 4.5 minutes back. So I gained a little bit more, but not much. And then I continued my lead, especially on the second half. I went a bit faster, I think, on the second half. And so yeah, run went great, felt good, felt smooth. And then near the end, I had about a 6-minute lead on him, and I crossed the finish line first, so that was great. This was actually my 4th time doing it. The first time I did it was 2023, and so yeah, the race 2023 went pretty good. Obviously, I was very young, so I didn't really place, I don't think. But in 2024, I actually won the race. I had a great race. I won first overall, which is great. And then last year, I was unable to run due to my Osgood-Schlatter, so I had to stop after the bike. I just bailed there. And then this year was great. I had a big lead and took the win, so that was amazing. Yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoy it. Got some really good camera footage. Thanks to my lovely cameraman, Luke. Please like and subscribe. So thank you, and see you in the next one.